expect coming up again in about 10 minutes. But here's a look at the temperature changes as you're getting ready to head out the door this morning. About 10 to 15 degrees colder in the greater capital district compared to this time yesterday. So it's a cold start. Teens and lower 20s on the map. They're right at 22 in Albany, but down to 14 in Pasico. Here's a look at that first warning live Doppler radar. Dry for most, and I say for most, we really just have a few passing flurries. That's all you're really seeing out by Cobleskill, Roxbury, pushing through parts of Schoharie County, Western Albany County, Greene County there. So nothing quite reaching the ground. And it's quiet otherwise. Again, a few of those lake effect flurries, otherwise high pressures off to our south as we get ready to track our next system approaching from the Ohio Valley. That's going to bring us our next opportunity for some light snow, and that's going to be heading into tomorrow morning. For today, though, we'll enjoy the dry weather. Good day to get any last-minute holiday shopping done. Mixture of sunshine and clouds. High temperatures up right around freezing, 32 degrees. Caitlin, back to you. All right. Definition of a white Christmas. There actually are two. People go back and forth, but it's either having 1 inch of snow on the ground when you wake up Christmas Day in the morning, or having that 1 inch of snow on the ground during the day, Christmas Day. So people kind of go back and forth. But this year we are expecting light snow on Tuesday. Most of us will end up with between 1 and 3 inches of snow on the ground. So that means, and temperatures again will stay right around freezing. So overall, 1 inch of snow on the ground Christmas Day, looking likely out there for Christmas morning. Here's a look at that satellite and radar with high pressure off to our south. We've got some lake effect flurries, flakes flying in parts of our area. That's really about it this morning. You can kind of see those fizzling out, pushing through parts of Schoharie County and western Greene County. Again, as we get closer to sunrise this morning, we'll see those snowflakes start to dissipate. But otherwise, it's dry for most of us. We've got teens and lower 20s as you're heading out the door this morning. 18 Edinburgh, 21 Saratoga Springs, Voorheesville at 22. Hunter 20, 24 in Claverick, down to 19 in Stephentown. So yeah, it's cold for sure. As you're heading out the door this morning, bundle up. If you're doing any last minute holiday shopping, getting some groceries today, good news is you won't have to worry about any wet weather slowing you down, getting in your way. High temperatures will top out right around freezing, 31, 32 degrees for those high temperatures. Now, looking ahead to Tuesday, this is what we will expect by the end of the day Tuesday. Starting to move in throughout the morning, most of us will end up with a coating to about 2-3 inches out there. Again, you can see where we get into that 2 to 4 range, northwest Saratoga County, pushing into the Mohawk Valley. Catskills, western Albany County, Rensselaer Hill Town, southern Vermont, and the northern Berkshires will see a couple more inches. So timing it all out, you can see today we'll see a few clouds around this afternoon. Otherwise, it's dry, partly sunny. So no concerns today if you're traveling. Tomorrow morning, though, it'll take some time, but light snow will spread in from southwest to northeast as we go throughout that morning commute. By 9, 10 o'clock, we'll look at some widespread light snow, and this will continue through midday and through the afternoon and evening hours as well. Overall, this will start to taper off by Tuesday evening, but then as we go throughout the overnight hours, we'll see the wind pick up as the official cold front slides on through, so we'll see some leftover gusty snow showers around midnight into the early morning hours Christmas Eve, but then this all comes to an end, dries out, and we'll see more sunshine and dry weather on the way for Christmas Eve on Wednesday. So if you're traveling on Wednesday, overall, you should be good to go. For the highs today, right around freeze. Air temperature change compared to this time yesterday morning. Temperatures are definitely a few degrees cooler, but about 5 to 15 degrees colder across most of the greater capital district right now compared to this time yesterday morning. Teens and 20s, that's what we're waking up with. Lower 20s for the most part. 23 in Albany, 21 Medusa, 17 degrees in Tannersville, 19 Pittsfield, 16 in Grafton, down to 12 in Pasico. So Adirondacks coldest on the map there. Now you can see it's largely dry. We do have a few lake effect flurries kind of pushing into parts of Schoharie County, western Albany County, Greene County as well. But the most of what you're seeing are just a few snowflakes flying. So don't be surprised if you see a few of those passing flurries, but not really amounting to much out there this morning, and not much that will slow you down. Those will continue to kind of fizzle out there. We've got high pressure off to our south, and that's going to keep us largely dry today before we talk about that next storm system approaching for tomorrow, and that will bring us some light snow by the tail end of that morning drive. More on that with a look at the hour-by-hour forecast coming up in just a couple minutes. minutes. Caitlin. Winter also the shortest day of the year with 9 hours and 2 minutes of a daylight, and that means we'll start to see those days getting a little bit longer from here on out. So that's the good news. Here's a look at that sunset tracker, and you can see today the sun sets just before 4:30, closer to 4:30 in 1 week, and then that sun is going to set later and later as we go throughout the month of January and throughout the rest of the winter. So I guess something to look forward to now with those days starting to get a little bit longer. 24 degrees in Albany, but feeling like 17 with a bit of a wind chill. Quiet, again, still waiting for that official sunrise out there this morning, but we will see some sunshine once that sun officially comes up. Generally expecting partly sunny skies out there today. High pressure off to our south, keeping us quiet and dry. You can see we've got some lake effect flurries pushing into the area from the northwest. Another weak system that will approach from the west tomorrow, and that's going to lead to some widespread light snow across our area, beginning during that morning commute, slowly kind of spreading across the area. But for now, you can see just a few passing flurries, some flakes flying in parts of Schoharie County, western Greene County, Cobleskill getting in on a few of those flakes there. That's really about it this morning. The rest of us quiet and dry to start off. Teens and lower 20s as you're hitting the road, but we've got temperatures topping out in the upper 20s and lower 30s this afternoon by around 3-4 o'clock, right around 31, 32 degrees in the Albany area. So it is going to be, once again, a chilly day ahead. So you might want to make sure you have that warm winter coat. Good news is we won't really we'll have to worry about that strong gusty breeze that we had to deal with yesterday. It was quite windy out there. Here's a look at that latest snowfall forecast for Tuesday. Now, generally we're expecting about a coating to 2-3 inches for most of the area. Again, less when you expect those lower elevations throughout the Hudson Valley. Couple inches, 2 to 4 once you head out into parts of the Catskills, heading up north and west through parts of northwest Schenectady County, northwest Saratoga County, the Mohawk Valley, the Adirondacks, the Rensselaer Hill towns, and then heading into western New England, again, those typical higher terrain areas, 2 to 4 inches. Could even have some locally higher spots in parts of the Adirondacks there. And this is going to spread across the region as we go throughout the morning. So although we're not expecting a major storm here, again, light snow is expected, could slicken up the road. So we're going to have to take it easy out there for Tuesday if you're doing any traveling. For today, mixture of sunshine and clouds. You can see that on that hour-by-hour forecast. Then as we go throughout the overnight, 5-6 a.m., starting to see some of that light snow approaching our southern counties, and then becoming more widespread across the area as we get closer to 9-10 o'clock. So kind of the tail end of that morning drive continues as we get closer to midday, and then starting to exit as we go throughout the afternoon with some leftover scattered snow shower. Weeks, we're finally close enough to give you an answer. So are you dreaming of a white Christmas? Now, typically on average each year, we have about a 50-50 chance for a white Christmas, and it's defined as having at least 1 inch of snow on the ground Christmas Day, typically when you wake up Christmas morning. Now, we are expecting some light snow on Tuesday. Most of us expecting around 1 to 2 inches at least out there. Some spots will get a little bit more. So looking pretty good at those chances for a white Christmas. Temperatures, though, will be borderline, I would say, Christmas Eve. So that means we could see a little bit of melting, but most of us, I think, will be good to go with that snow sticking around for Christmas Day, giving us that white Christmas this year. Quiet with a look at the Albany skyline. 23 in Albany, feeling like 11 with the wind chill. We've got more clouds to start this morning, but as we go throughout the day, we'll see more breaks of sunshine. High pressure to our south. We've got a system off to our west that will bring us some light snow tomorrow. You can also see some light snow pushing through our region, kind of downwind of the Great Lakes there with that northwesterly wind. Most of us are dry. Zooming in here over Schoharie County, you can see out by Cobleskill, just south of Canajoharie, we've got some light snow, some scattered light snowflakes flying. For the most part, really just some passing flurries. But again, keep that in mind. If you're heading out west of Schenectady, you might run into a little bit of this. The rest of us are quiet to start off this morning. Teens and lower 20s to start off. We'll see high temperatures top out in the lower 30s for highs this afternoon, so struggling to really get out of the upper 20s as we go throughout the day ahead. So it is going to be quite chilly out there when it comes to how much snow we can expect with tomorrow's system. Most of us within that coating to 2 inches, 3 inches across the region. Again, those are mainly in those valley locations. You can see the Hudson River Valley there. 2 to 4 once you head out into the Catskills, north and west into Saratoga County, the Mohawk Valley, the Adirondacks there, and a couple inches adding up even further into the Rensselaer Hill towns, southern Vermont. and the northern Berkshire. So depending on where you are, again, kind of a light snowfall event, but with the snow sticking to the roads, making it slippery out there, could be a bit slick for anyone traveling on Tuesday. So we'll keep that in mind. For today, you can see just a mix of sunshine and clouds. Otherwise, it's quiet and dry for any traveling you might have to do today or shopping today. Then by 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, we start to see that light snow moving in to our southern counties. It'll spread in from southwest to northeast throughout the morning drive on Tuesday. Again, taking some time to really spread across the entire area. This is by 9, 10 o'clock. And then we'll see that light snow continue through midday, starting to kick out of here as we get closer to Tuesday evening with additional scattered light snow showers lingering